Hey everyone, I am here with C. Andrew Nelson,
right.
aka Darth Vader.
That's right.
I didn't even know this as I was coming up here, but kind of explain to us again how you got involved with the Star Wars and being Darth Vader.
Well, I'm an actor, visual effects artist, animator, voiceover performer, and genuine Dark Lord of the Sith. I was working at LucasArts at the time. I was a visual effects supervisor and senior artist there. I helped design and create lots and lots of Star Wars games and many other games as well, before moving on to Industrial Light and Magic to work on the prequels and other films. But I was sitting at my desk at LucasArts and just doing my job, and my phone rang, and it was the head of public relations, and she started off the conversation with no hellos or anything like that. She just says, "Hey Andrew, how tall are you?" And that's how it began. And they were looking for somebody to play Vader for a charity event for Big Brothers Big Sisters of America. I went up to Skywalker Ranch to the archive building where they have everything from every production there, all the costumes, all the props, everything like that. Even Michael Jackson's Captain EO costume, because George produced that. The Howard the Duck costume, from the Howard the Duck film. They used to keep it inside the Ark of the Covenant, by the way. Don't open it. But I went up there and they pulled out the Vader costume, the real. It said D. Prowse on the inside for David Prowse, and I tried it on and it fit. And we did that one event, and I just thought, oh my gosh, that's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Yeah.
Never going to happen again, but I just thank God I had a chance to do it. And then slowly they kept calling me back. So I ended up playing Vader 70 times over 12 years.
Wow.
I'm told I've spent more time in the official Vader costume than any other actor. I am not going to argue with Lucasfilm. If they say so, then it's quite possibly true.
So you guys have probably seen him. You might not know him by name, but you've seen him.
Yeah.
There's the "Here's Your Daddy" poster from the
that whole
ad.
Yep.
The ads with the M&M peanuts.
Oh yes,
all of that.
Pretty much every commercial and every print ad and every toy packaging. If it's got Vader on it, it's probably me. Yeah. And you've heard my voice as Luke Skywalker in the LucasArts games because I did the voice of Luke. And I'm apparently the answer to a lot of Star Wars trivia questions. I did the first digital lightsaber effects because it had always been done as an optical process, and that was for the Jedi Knight Dark Forces 2 game.
Okay.
It had a half hour of full motion video in it. And,
wow.
Yeah, so I've been very fortunate, very blessed to be able to do a lot of different things. And
you even got to reshoot some of the special features, special edition scenes.
All the stuff that was done for the special edition. I got to do that as Vader, and that was amazing. Because then at that point, you go from just being a guy in the Vader costume to being Darth Vader in canon.
Yeah.
And it's amazing. I almost didn't get to do it.
Okay.
Because the day we were scheduled to shoot was the day that my daughter was due to be born. It was my first child, and it's like, I can't miss that.
Right.
But they kept calling me up and saying, "So, baby born yet?" And it's like, no, not yet. But mercifully, she was born 2 weeks early, so I was able to get that done.
That's so cool.
But, yeah.
So what was that process like? Because you said you worked at Lucasfilm for quite a while before that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what was your process like getting into Lucasfilm and being part of Lucasfilm?
It's interesting. I kind of came in sort of the back door, and it's like I always say, it's like, you always want to get a foot in the door. I used to teach, after I left ILM, I taught at the Academy of Art University. I ran the visual effects department there, and I used to tell my students, just get a foot in the door, an internship, anything like that. I got hired at LucasArts as a customer support representative in 1993. So if you bought a game at from LucasArts, and you couldn't get it to run on your computer, and you were all angry, and you looked at the back of the manual and you found that 800 number, and you called the number, I was the guy that answered the phone.
What a start.
And so I did that for about a year, and then I submitted my portfolio to the art director. Okay. And she brought me into the art department at the very bottom of the ladder in a position called art technician. So I wasn't even creating art. I was taking the art that the artists did that were in millions of colors, and I was dropping the palette down to 256 colors, because that's all that Windows could handle at that time.
Wow.
And the first game that I worked on was a game called Mortimer and the Riddles of the Medallion, which you've never heard of because it didn't sell well. It was a great game, but it was the one and only edutainment game that LucasArts produced.
Okay.
It was about a flying snail, and it was helping rescue these. Yeah, he had like this built. He had like a cockpit that you could sit in his shell, and there were all these animals that were frozen in time, and you're going through and you're hitting them with a revitoscope and bringing them back to life, and then interviewing them. And so I started off as art technician on that project, and by the time the game shipped, I was lead effects animator.
Wow.
And then became a visual effects supervisor and senior artist soon after that. So,
that's cool.
And then transferred over to ILM. So.
Did you help out with any, the Star Wars: The Force Unleashed or any of those games at all?
That actually came after I left.
Okay, you'd already left.
Because I'd gone to ILM by that point.
Okay,
so, yeah.
Cool.
But I worked on a lot of the classic Star Wars games: Dark Forces, Shadows of the Empire, Masters of Terrascazi, Jedi Knight, Force Commander.
That's so cool.
Things like that. So.
Have you gotten a chance to? Because you said you kind of took the visual effects for the lightsaber. Have you gotten a chance to talk to Roger at all? Or?
Oh yeah, Roger. Yeah, I've met Roger before, and we did a panel together at a show before, and that's so great.
He's such a great guy.
And got to get his book. Get Roger's book. It's a fantastic book. Yeah, no, I love that, and it's the great thing about this, and one of the reasons why I come out and I do these conventions is all the people you get to meet, not just the other guests, but all people like you, people like the attendees at these things.
Yeah.
And I spent many years growing up on that side of the table at a convention, on the fan side, before I was ever invited to sit down on the guest side with a stack of photos and a handful of Sharpies, and I never forget that.
Yeah.
So that's why I come out and I do these things. I also do it to raise money for the Starlight Children's Foundation.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. So for the people watching, where can they find you and follow you? And
Sure. Well, you can find me on social media. I'm C. Andrew Nelson on Facebook. I think I'm the only C. Andrew Nelson on Facebook. I'm C. Andrew Nelson on Instagram. You can find me at candrewnelson.com, although the site is down right now because we're revamping it, but it'll be back up very soon. And if you want to see what I'm working on nowadays, you can go to adventurousideas.com. That's my production company, and my buddy Jerry Cornell and I have a production company called Adventurous Ideas, and we produce audio dramas. Full cast, music and sound effects, so it goes way beyond an audio book. These are full dramatizations. And we've got these lots of stories, every genre you can think of, that feature actors from Star Wars, Star Trek, Doctor Who, Harry Potter, Game of Thrones, Pinky and the Brain, everything you can think of.
That's so cool.
And you can also go to our YouTube channel. If you go to youtube.com/@adventurousIdeas, you can actually hear some samples of our work there too. So,
that would be really cool.
Yeah.
That would be so cool. We have a podcast that we run on Thursdays. Would you be interested in being on a podcast with us? We would love to have you. That would be so
Apparently
cool.
it is my destiny.
It is your destiny.
Okay.
Yes. All right, before we leave, can you give us the Who's Your Daddy choke out? The Vader.
The Force is strong with you.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. May the Force be with you. Always. Appreciate it.
Yes.
That was awesome.